Good evening, class, and welcome to Shaping School Culture. I hope that you feel the same way that I do after finishing this class. It is simply one of my very favorite graduate courses to teach, and I teach quite a few. Just a couple of things. First of all, I wanted to introduce myself via video and introduce you to a really cool technique and digital tool called Screencast-O-Matic. I can tell you a little bit more about it as we go through the course, but I wanted to introduce myself so you could see me in living person, which not really, but close enough. And also to show you one of your first assignments during week one. And it is a field experience, but it doesn't use the typical critical event reflection form. So make sure you check out the rubric and the assignment instructions. If ever you have any questions, I invite you to ask the questions prior to the assignment. It's always great if people will ask a question. If it's not a private question, ask the question in the questions to the instructor forum, because dollars to donuts, you're going to have other people in your class that have the same question you asked, and they're going, oh my goodness, thank goodness that she asked that question because I was going to ask the same question. So I hope that you enjoy the class. Please feel free to message me in private messenger if you have any questions that are specific to you, and then otherwise ask questions in the questions to the instructor if they're for the good of the group. And then please also make sure that you're reading the rest of the instructions. The announcements each week are pretty explicit, and this week they're really explicit. I have students that sometimes get confused about the requirements for participation each week. You are required to post on 3 separate days in graduate school classes at GCU. 3 separate days, but you only have to post one substantive post on each of those 3 separate days. Lots of students post 3 or 4 or 5 because you get so into the discussion, and I welcome that and I love that. But the requirement for 20 participation points each week is to post on 3 separate days. Those posts do not include your DQ number 1 or your DQ number 2, as each of those earn their own 5 points each. So you get 5 points for, hopefully, 5 points for DQ number 1, 5 points for DQ number 2, and hopefully 20 points for your participation if you're posting substantive posts. I have described in what I've written, what constitutes substantive posts. So enjoy, and let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye-bye.